right, y'all. So look, so the Diddy trial is about to heat up, and ain't no running from it. Uh, what's going to happen in this trial starts tomorrow. I believe they're going to start picking a jury, and then we're going to get it on with the jury, y'all. Now, I just want to say that I've listened to Puff Daddy's music for a long time and watched him grow and grow and grow. And now they knocked him down, and hopefully he could get back up. There are, I would say, decades of work that he done put into his empire, and for it to go down like this and end up having to pay people money and all this, I don't feel that that's right. Because right now, anybody will do anything for some money. That's for sure. When they talking money, they'll do anything, yo. And I'm gonna tell you, Puffy and Cassie's situation was over a decade ago, and for them to bring it up like this and put him in a state of mind to where he don't know what's going to happen, it was all set up to be that way. Trust me, it was all set up like this, and you can't take Puff past and bring it to the future. If you ask me, I feel that's the only thing I feel that wasn't right, because Puff, it was different back then, and growing up back then, it was a lot of hate. It was a lot of hate in the communities, and bringing it to the future now that you can see what's going on, it kind of was set to a point to where now he's put in a position to where his life is in others' hands, and that's a no-no. Now, this case can be turned around. It could be turned around. How I see it and how I'm looking at it, it's blurry right now. It's just real blurry. And hopefully Puff can bounce back. That's all I got to say about that. If it's up to the jurors, the judge, I believe the judge did not help Puff in this situation, because he wanted to bring some type of evidence with, receipts and stuff. He been paying for everybody's stuff and all that. And basically he's saying, like, look, man, they basically, long as I was spending my money with them, they basically was loving it. When the money stopped, that's when they felt some type of way, and it's backfiring on him. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it, y'all. And we're going to get into a reaction real quick. I'm going to let y'all listen to what they got to say about Puff. And these are people that don't know him, who didn't grow up in that era. You know what I mean? When I was young, I was watching Puff 55. So if you go back decades ago, it was way different back then. It was way more issues, way more racism, way more everything. Even though it's a lot now, back then it was just there wasn't even no cameras like that to even capture all of the problems that was going on. And then you might say, well, what does that have to do with this? Well, when you are put in a state of mind with hate, that's what comes out of you. So basically, he was molded into a person, and the outcome of this is he's the bad guy. I don't see it. I just don't see it. And for him to be 55 and going through this, I mean, they just laughing and, and they could care less. So we gonna listen in, but I know these people could care less about Puff trial, you know what I'm saying? If you don't come from where I come from, you know what I'm saying, you know what it is at this point in 2025. And also, you want to keep peace with others, while this trial is going on, because he also has a family. So his entire family that's behind him will hold grudges. I mean, probably forever. We'll see. I mean, I would feel some type of way if that was my dad or anything. I mean, it's gonna be hatred. You know what I mean? And this is not the only trial. I mean, there's hatred all over the world going on, and it starts with the courts. The courts are evil. Behind those brick walls and marble floors and stuff like that, those are the evilest evildoers. They just behind the curtain with it, y'all. And it's sad that no one else sees this. Once they got you in there and you have to rely on them, it's a feeling that no one will never know unless you experience it. You know what I mean? And for Puff to be going through this right now, I know he's stressed out up in there. I know he's praying in there. Trial begins. Trial begins tomorrow, Monday. And look, man, we'll see who get the last laugh, because this ain't never over, put it that way. Puff, I see Puff maybe coming home. Someone referred to Puff trial like an OJ trial or whatever. I don't see it that way. Let's see what happens. Let's tap in, man, and see what they're talking about.
No court appearance before trial this week. We learned that Diddy turned down that deal to plead guilty and instead will place his fate in the hands of a jury of his peers. For Sean Diddy Combs, the first Monday in May used to mean dressing to impress at the Met Gala.
Wearing Rick Owens and some Louboutin shoes.
But this first Monday in May will mark the start of Combs' federal sex trafficking trial. And his wardrobe is already picked out. It won't be his prison jumpsuit. Instead, the court is allowing him to sport up to 5 button-down shirts, pants, sweaters, socks, and shoes without laces to keep impartial appearances for the jury.
His image, his power, his wealth, his influence is on an international scale.
Pix 11 got an early look at the proposed questions for the jury selection process. From a pool of 150, attorneys will be selecting 12 people and 6 alternates for the 8-week trial.
Juries are human, and they have impacts and biases that subconsciously play a role.
Which is why both sides get a say when asking about prospective jurors' views on sex, assault, infidelity, prostitution, drugs, and hip-hop. The defense wants to ask about their personal experiences and opinions, if they would affect their ability to serve with impartiality. At a hearing this week, Combs' attorney compared his client to a swinger, giving a glimpse of a possible defense strategy, according to entertainment lawyer Yohara Escona. Something she says prosecutors can seize upon.
When did that consent turn into coercion? Where did the manipulation, where did the abuse happen? And I think that the prosecution is going to really have to pinpoint and identify where things took a turn.
Celebrity lawyer Mark Garagos, who represented Michael Jackson, will now watch his daughter, Tenny, try and get Combs an acquittal.
I think you're also going to see witness after witness say, I never went to the police. I didn't do anything in this case, at least in Cassie's case, until I got on the eve of the Adult Survivors Act.
So jury selection is expected to take 1 week, with the trial possibly lasting until after July 4th.
I want to buy your house.
I want to buy your house.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your house for any reason.
The federal criminal trial for Sean Diddy Combs is set to start on Monday in New York. This after Combs reportedly rejected a...
All right, so y'all look. So look. So this is big, man. This is not, this is about people's future. This is about their kids' future. And the way I'm looking at it, Puff was so rich and talented, y'all, that they're knocking down his empire. You know what I mean? And it's happening right before our eyes. And like I say, we're gonna see what happens in the future. it's going to be a lot of hate. It ain't going to be good. Some people, you know, whatever side they on, it's going to be, they're going to do what they do. And then you're going to have other sides to where it's like, if anything happens, you know who we riding with, period. You know, don't even look this way, because you know you better be ready. And this is going to be a big problem. It's not just about Puff. It's about his wealth. It's about he was able to be free and freelance the world the way he wanted to and see everything, and he knows everything, and they put a stop to it. That's what this is, y'all. And hopefully Puff can beat this case. We'll see. It's going to be hard. It's definitely going to be hard, because I don't feel like the judge seen the view of Puff lawyers when they asked for, like, wanted to show him receipts and stuff like that. He denied a lot of stuff that could have been brought in as evidence, basically saying that Puff basically catered to all of these people, and when the money ran out, that's when the hate started. And sometimes that do happen. And also, I believe Puff could also be provoked. He was also provoked because you have some type of women, they're so smart to where they'll make you feel like you're that guy. They'll make you feel like you're on top of the world. They'll make you feel like they'll bring the anger out of you. You know what I mean? One way or another, they'll manipulate you. And the outcome of that is they try to get you in the end. And sometimes this is what happens, y'all. I'm not taking sides. All I'm saying is where Puff come from, that's where I come from. You know what I mean? And he started from the ground up. That's how he started. And people like this, I can't say, oh, I'm going to take a DA side or a judge side who I don't know anything about. I don't know them. You know what I mean? I can't relate to them. Their lifestyle is different than our lifestyle. Even though I don't have any issues with anybody like that, I'm just saying it's just different. And when you have to box yourself in a corner, whether you're dealing with other races and even people to this day, right now, right? You could be in a biracial relationship right now, and some relationships are hidden, whether you with a Hispanic or white or Asian, or a lot of these biracial couples' lifestyle is hidden because of the hate that's out there, the hatred that's out there in the world, and they can't be themselves. They can't just be free and feel comfortable around each other, knowing that they're different colors and stuff like that, y'all. So it's a lot that comes with this. I believe that the judge didn't give him a fair shake. I believe that he should have been let out and fighting this case from the outside. Puff wasn't going to go anywhere. Who's going to miss Puff face if he tries to run or skip town, another country, anything? Who's not going to know Puff? Like, Puff's right there. There's no way. They should have let him out, man. He's not a criminal, a violent offender, none of that. So for them to hold him like that and keep him in there like that, I feel like that was wrong. That's the first for starters. Then they didn't allow some of his evidence to be brought in. And you know, that's how the federal government do stuff. They is their way or no way, and they also have a one-track mind. A lot of them will never see life the way you see it, and at the end of the day, everybody got to meet their maker, and sometimes stuff happens for a reason. And I will say that, you know, just because this is going on and you might not get a fair shake at it, that doesn't mean that these same people that's doing this to you may have karma come back on them, because this could be their child, this could be their parent, this could be their family member that's going through this also. So you know, God work in mysterious ways, man. I'm telling you. And at the end of the day, free Puff. That's just how I feel. Because I know that the lifestyle that he grew up in decades ago was rough. It was real rough. So for him to make it, look how happy he was on stage, performing. Man, he was like one in a million dudes that was just made a wealth and made something out of himself. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens at Puff trial. We're gonna keep y'all posted. Trial starts tomorrow. I'll give y'all updates on everything that's going on. I told y'all that in the federal system, they will not allow live footage in there. They do not do it like that. There will be pictures, maybe not of the jury either. You won't probably even see the jurors. Maybe someone can give us a hint that was in the courtroom on what colors the jurors are or what they look like, anything like that, of that nature. And you know what I mean? It's going to be critical. It's going to be critical, man. But we still going to tap in. I'm going to let y'all know what's going on tomorrow. Like, subscribe, man. Comment on my channel. Do what you do. Let's go.